Hey, good morning, everyone. Robb here for Southwest Florida Television. Happy Friday. A bit on the overcast side here this morning. We did have some rain through the night. We actually did have rain last night before sunset. The rain did manage to make it ashore. Got some nice colors up there to the north. I'm all the way down at the south end of the park. It's 78 degrees right now, 78 degrees. Today's high is going to be right up around 89 degrees. Maybe a little cooler or a little warmer, depending where you're at. That water temperature is 86 degrees. At least that's what it says at the front gate. Remember, tomorrow's beach walk, Saturday's beach walk, and Sunday's morning beach walks are going to be for supporters only. You're going to need to be a supporter to watch this weekend's morning beach walks. So don't forget to sign up. Look at those colors up there. Wow. A lot calmer this morning. Over the past several days, the waves have been calming down. Nice and peaceful out here. We'll go up and pay a visit to our friend Roy later this morning, see how he's doing. Supposed to have some spotty showers today. Definitely looks like they're out there looming in the Gulf, heading our direction. Hopefully we won't get rained on during our beach walk. They seem to be coming from the southwest. Looks like it was a quiet night out here. Take a look at some of our older turtle nests here, see how they're looking. Nest 20 here. Looks like a little water did come up, made its way up to the nest here, but I don't think it was standing water. I don't think the nest went underwater. I think it might have been just a couple waves came lapping up here. Hopefully those little critters will be okay in there. Nest 20. These are down in Area 1, down towards at the south end of the park. There's nest number 12. That one looks like it's in good shape. Looks like the water didn't quite make it up to this one. Right up to the edge. You can see the seaweed there, but I don't think it made it up to the nest. Twenty-nine sea turtle nests on the beach as of yesterday. Unless they found one up at the very end of the park at Wiggins Pass. There were 29 when I left. That's a pretty good number. If you want to learn more about these sea turtles, these are loggerhead sea turtles that crawl up onto our beach here at Del Nor Wiggins. If you want to learn more about them, scroll through my posts. My recent posts, you'll see a post with several pictures of some eggs in a nest. And in that description of that post, you'll see a link to take you it'll take you to some interesting facts about our loggerhead sea turtles. Here's that sand sculpture of a sea turtle that somebody left on the beach. Again, it's pretty big. It's well over 6 feet in length from head to back flipper. Everybody loves our sea turtles. This time of year, you'll see more and more of these little sea turtle sand sculptures popping up on the beach. Usually not this big. Usually a lot smaller. This person was pretty darn ambitious. Well, and right in the background, you can see another nest. That's a nest up there. That's in a good spot up right on the edge of the dunes. Nice and high and dry. And if you look really close, you'll see the one nest there. And there's another nest over there, just above my finger. That's even higher up into the dunes. That's a better location. Well, let's move up the beach. Continue our walk north, see what we find. Hey, I want to thank all of you that have signed up to become a supporter of Southwest Florida Television. Thank you. I'm really looking forward to seeing more of you there. Remember how yesterday when we were talking, Dave and Roy and I were talking about people leaving their flip-flops behind? It's just amazing. come out here, you can always find a pair of sandals out on the beach. Never fails. Usually quite a few pair. Sunglasses, flip-flops, beach towels, kids' beach toys. There's never a shortage of stuff left behind. Unfortunately, find a lot of garbage out here too, a lot of trash. And that is a shame. It kind of stinks when our rangers have to spend most of their morning just picking up garbage on the beach. Plastic bags, water bottles. Throw that up on the beach a little higher. I don't want it blowing into the water. The rangers will get that in a little while. But see, something like that would be floating out in the water. An old plastic bag, and a dolphin, a sea turtle could easily, if that's floating around in the water, mistake that for a jellyfish, swallow it, choke on it, and die. Think about that when you're out at the beach. Don't let your trash blow around. Keep it contained and then dispose of it properly, please. Some nice colors showing up there to the north. As I come around though, you're going to see the rain clouds down to the south, southwest and south. Gets pretty dark down there. We might see our friend Dexter out here today. He's been gone for over a week. I was worried about him. I sent him a message. He had just gone back up north for a little while. He said he'd be out here on Friday. So hopefully we'll see Dexter and get a report on our sea turtle nest down at the south end down there by Vanderbilt. Starting to see some old tree stumps starting to pop up here in the water. They've always been out here. Imagine the beach, the tree line used to be out here back in the old days. But these roots are usually buried by sand, and we've had some erosion here over the past month, and it's starting to uncover all these little tree stumps out here. But it's amazing how this beach is just constantly changing. 6 months from now, they might be totally covered up again. You just never know. This beach just comes and goes, just like its visitors. Can you hear the birds back there? Usually this time of the morning, you can hear lots of birds back here in the woods. Beautiful, beautiful sounds. Lots of places to sit out by the beach and take in the sunsets. Lots of benches here. This is the north end of Area 1. It's actually right in between Area 1 and 2. Another one of our nests there. Another one of our sea turtle nests. That was nest number 2. That one came early last month. I see an osprey in the tree way up ahead of us here. Not seeing any dolphins though, darn it. The water's starting to calm down, making it easier to spot them if they do come by. It's beautiful out there though. Just trying to get a photo of some of the early morning colors. They're a little more subdued this morning. I see a bird up here on the beach. Might be probably one of our night herons. I've been seeing a couple little snowy egrets bopping around out here already this morning. I'm pretty sure I see an osprey up there in Area 2. Actually, Area 3. Up in the tree. Well, maybe not. No crawls. No signs of any sea turtle crawls. Quiet down here. Maybe the rain scared them off. We did have a couple good cracks of thunder, some lightning and thunder last night. That usually doesn't deter them. Why would they be as scared of rain? They live in the sea. Yep, a little night heron here. See if I can get you a close look at a night heron. Sometimes when I come out here when it's dark, one morning I saw, 4 of them lined up out along the shoreline. I always thought there was just 1 or 2 of them here. So I guess they live up to their name. They must really come out at night. The night heron. I see them in the daytime too, so. But they have 2. You see that yellow? They kind of look like, their face kind of looks like a penguin. At least it reminds me of a penguin. With the stripes. They have 2 stripes up on top of their head. See if I can get around to show them to you. Now this one's got 1 big stripe. Sometimes it's 2 stripes, 1 stripe. I think they call that like a yellow-capped night heron or something. Not 100% sure. There's a couple different types of night herons. Neat birds, though. You can see his little plume on the top of his head there. If you look close, see the little white feathers in the back. He's being very patient with me this morning, just staring at me. Thank you for letting us have a good look at you. one of our park residents. That's as close as I can get. Eye to eye with the night heron. Wish it was a little brighter out here. You get a little better look at its colors. If it was brighter, they'd be a little more vivid and vibrant. No idea if it's a male or female. Come on, can't get the camera out of the zoom. There we go. Well, we'll move on. So there was our night heron, a great look at a night heron. One of the best looks we've had at one, I think. Very cool. Very, very cool. We're up at the north end of Area 2 right now, the north end of Area 2. In the fall and winter months, I start a lot of my beach walks right there on that boardwalk at the north end of Area 2. Actually, if you go to my Del Nor-Wiggins Pass state park group, if you look for that group on Facebook, you should join that group. If you have any pictures you want to share of the park, if you've ever been here and want to share your photos of the park, you can do that on my Del Nor-Wiggins Pass State Park group. For that boardwalk, that's where I took that photo. That's the cover photo for the group page. Every once in a while I see a little fish jump out of the water out here. It's too dark to see down into the water right now. But I know there's lots of little fish swimming out there, lots of them, right along the shoreline, those little bait fish that we always see. Oh, our ranger, I see our rangers down at the end. Down in Area 1, starting his rounds. Hopefully we'll have a new nest today. Hopefully we'll get up to 30. That would be awesome. Not looking like that's going to happen though so far. Haven't seen any sea turtle action on the beach from last night. No signs of any crawls. See what happens as we get further up. We did have one up there, pretty far up there yesterday. Up in the south end of Area 5. See what I was saying? No shortage of kids' toys left out here on the beach. I'm telling you, you could start a toy store if you just came out here for a year and picked up all the toys left on the beach. You'd have enough to start a toy store. Really not seeing any shells out here. The shelling is just really been pretty much null and void. A little fighting conch shell, an old fighting conch shell. Florida fighting conch. These used to be in such abundance here before the red tide. Now what we're seeing are empty shells. We used to see live conchs all over. The beach would be lined with live conchs at times. Now all we're finding are their empty shells. The Florida fighting conch. Oh, pelican just dove into the water, just 10 feet offshore. Now he's taking off. I thought maybe we're going to get an up-close look at a pelican there. Hey, if you enjoy these beach walks, hit the share button. Invite your friends to tag along with us. If you read that was a white ibis that just flew by. If you do take the time to ever read the description of these beach walks, you'll find a couple links in there. You'll find a link to our friend Astrid Lauren's website. Great realtor, if anybody's looking for a place down here. Astrid Lauren's. Good friend as well. Good friend of Roy. Oop, there was a little ghost crab. Just ran into his hole. Oop. Watch right here. Now he popped out once. Now he sees me. Darn it. See if I trick him and go around to the back side. Sometimes they'll come out of their hole. Whoop. He's not going to come out. He knows I'm up here, darn it. I thought that wave would have coaxed him out. Here comes another one. Oop, almost. I thought with that wave, he'd have definitely come out. Got lots of these little ghost crabs on the beach now. They're everywhere. Nothing to be afraid of. Believe me, they're way more afraid of you than you of them. Yeah, we got our rangers making their morning run here. They're hopeful. They got 2 cages on the back of the cart. So far, no signs of any crawls. Very quiet night. So anyway, yeah, I was talking about those links about Astrid, our friend Astrid, great realtor. You can find a link to her website in the description of this post. You'll find a link to the Inn of Naples, a great hotel if you're looking for a place to stay when you come visit down here. Great location right in between North and South Naples. It's really a good spot because there's so much to do now in North Naples. It used to be just downtown Naples was where everybody wanted to be. Now the action's moved up to North Naples as well. Plus this wonderful beach here. So the Inn of Naples, that's about 7 miles from this beach. Not too far. Great people, good prices. Nice clean rooms. The Inn of Naples. You'll also find a link to Nonstop Naples. If you want to learn a little more about Naples, I suggest you give Nonstop Naples Facebook page a like and a follow. And if you plan on coming and visiting, download their free app. Might save you a little money while you're down here. There's a couple shells there. Nothing really, no big piles of them like we're used to seeing. Like I said, we have not been seeing much in the way of shells at all. The shelling is really, really thinned out. Little cockle shell there. A little cockle. They're nice looking shells, the cockles. Couple little kitten paw shells. Little kitten's paws, little kitten paw shells. A lot of our friends with cats collect these. They're fairly abundant, the little kitten paws. What else? Any of our other common shells here? Usually can find a lot of little slipper shells out here. The little slipper shells are usually pretty prevalent. See if I can find a couple of them. Here's one. There's a bunch of them down here. But that's a slipper shell. Smooth on the outside, and you flip it over. See how it looks like a little slipper? A slipper shell. You'll find them in different colors, different sizes. There's another one. Little slipper. These are, well, there's a bigger one. Like I said, you know, all different sizes. Different sizes, colors, different patterns on them. The slipper shells. What else is down here? Any of our other little common shells? Here's a little piece of a little moon shell. It's missing the center of it. They usually have like a little dark eye on them. That's a little moon shell. You can find some bigger ones than this. You can also find smaller ones. You can find lots of little baby shells. You can find old conch shells in all conditions. Bits and pieces of an old little Florida fighting conch. Not seeing any worm tips. Usually you can find some little worm shells here. Little pieces of worm rock. Olive shells, those are also kind of common. Not seeing any olive shells though. Seeing lots of the slipper shells, lots of them. Like I said, they are fairly common, these slippers. This is part of an old, well, let's see, where is it? Well, that's a murex. That looks like an apple murex shell, by George. Yep, kind of faded out a little bit. An apple murex. What else? Anything else down here? Where's the turkey wing shell? We usually see a lot of turkey wings. Turkey wings and mossy arc shells. These are the mossy arcs. These are pretty common, the mossy arc shells. We find a lot of these on the beach. The mossy arc. Let me give my back a break here, straighten out, give you a quick look around. Rain out there still, and down to the south. And out to the southwest, you can see some rain clouds out there as well. Here's a little worm shell. This is the tip, the end of a worm shell. We call them wormies. Wormies. That's the end of a worm shell. This piece can get pretty long out here. Sometimes you can find them 10, 12 inches, but they're pretty fragile, so usually you just find the tips like this broken off. And you'll find pieces of the other part of the shell on the beach as well. The worm shell. Fine, we got lots of little interesting scallop shells on the beach too. Oh, here's an olive shell. Remember I mentioned an olive? There's an olive shell. Yeah, happy to be able to find one of those. The olive shells. You can find some pretty good size olive shells, and again, these are come in different colors, have different patterns on them. Sometimes this little end is broken off. The olive shells. Sometimes you'll find some nice big scallops out here. All different types of scallop shells. These little ones like this. Kind of seems like when all of our northern friends left, they took the shells with them. Another fighting conch shell over there. The Florida fighting conch. Beautiful shells. These are, I always say these are probably the most collected shell in Southwest Florida. People wind up taking these home as a souvenir. And I always remind people not to take anything home that has a living animal inside of it. Even though it might not have a fighting conch inside, it might have a hermit crab or some other type of marine life living in there, so make sure you look inside before you take anything home from the beach. But the Florida fighting conch shells, absolutely beautiful. Not as prolific as they were a year ago. Well, no sea turtle crawls on the beach. At least none yet. I don't know if there's any up at Wiggins Pass. With all those false crawls we've been having, you would think those girls would be wanting to come up here and lay some eggs. Here's a pretty nice sized cockle shell. That's a pretty good sized cockle right there. I don't know where all those big great blue herons have gone. We haven't seen them for a couple mornings. Probably was a little rough along the beach here for them. They might have moved into the backwaters. There's a little snowy egret making its way up the beach. Well, maybe the sea turtles are taking a break. After all, we did have 5 crawls the day before yesterday, 4 crawls yesterday. Out of 9 crawls over the past 2 days, we wound up with 5 new nests. So that's pretty good. A lot of flies out here this morning, even all the way out here by the water. They usually hang up closer to the picnic areas. They just been all over me this morning walking the beach. I don't think we've had any new sea turtle nests on the beach. I hear the rangers heading back to the office. Slow night. I see Roy up ahead of me. Go say hi to Roy. Morning. Can you see him up there? Our beach buddy Roy.
Hey Rob, how are you doing this morning?
Good, man. How about you?
Oh, wonderful. Where were you earlier?
I was down the beach.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Really?
Nope, I pulled in right behind you.
Is that right?
Yep, I was right behind you.
Well, I was down at the end, but I didn't have any sunrise at all.
Really?
No, no.
You couldn't
color,
see?
No.
Oh, I saw all that color down there.
Ah,
Yeah, it was
Oh,
beautiful. Oranges and reds and pinks out there.
I didn't feel any oranges and reds.
Huh? All where that blue is now, that was all orange and red. And you didn't see that this morning. I don't know how you missed it.
Hey, there's a couple of dolphins I see though. They're out here and they're heading north.
It's about time they come by.
Yeah.
Do something. Make them come in closer.
Right out here, not too far out.
Make them come in closer. 2 of them?
Yeah. Yep.
There's one. Yep, I saw one. Over here to the left. See if we... There's one.
Another one.
2 of them. Call them in, Roy.
Yo-lo.
Finally, some dolphins. Not up close, but at least we know they're still out there. There they are.
Haven't seen any of those in a while.
No, it's been very quiet as far as dolphins go. Come on up. Where did you go? They love hiding. All right, there they are, over on the left. Maybe they'll come in up here. Maybe they'll come in closer to the north of us. Let's see what they do. They're not moving very fast. There's another one.
Really?
Or unless they made it way over there already. I'm gonna go take a little stroll up the beach and see if
Oh, I learned something
they make an appearance.
new again this morning.
That's
Really interesting.
well, share
I'm gonna head up a
share it with me when I get back.
Good,
That,
good.
is it a good thought or is it?
Well,
It's some education.
education.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Really, really.
I can't wait to hear it. I'll be back in a few minutes.
Okay.
Warm those harmonicas up.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right, Roy. I just want to walk up the beach a little further. I almost broke my neck in a hole here, backing up while I was talking to Roy. People just aren't getting the message. Still leaving big holes on the beach. Let's come up here a little ways. I don't know if they're gonna get away from us and just keep going north, but there was 2 dolphins out here. Kind of lost them. There's 3 of them, 3 or 4 of them. Holy smokes. They're far out though, darn it. It looked like 4 of them just came up out here. They're way out there. Just playing around. They're really far out there. Darn it. It looks like 4 of them. They're way, way out. I'm gonna go up to the north and see if they come in a little closer. Right now they're just getting further and further out. But there were two. Roy spotted two, and then two more came down from the north and kind of met up with them. Now they're swimming out. Into deeper water out there. It's a little pod of them. They're just not coming in. Not making it. Sometimes they come in up in this area up here. It's like they all just got together and started swimming out into the Gulf. Just too bad. Now I can't even see them at all. Now I've lost them. But they were pretty much straight out from me right here, but way, way, way out. I just keep an eye out there. I don't even see them now. It's nice to know they're here. They're just not performing for us. Not performing for us in the morning like they used to. We got to get on their schedule. Morning. Now I totally lost them. They just went so far out. Oh well. We got a little glimpse of them though. That's better than no glimpse. Boy, absolutely quiet out here, man. It's so quiet. Not any signs of any sea turtle crawls. No crawls last night. Our most recent nest, let's see, where was that? Where's our new nest? Number 29. What the heck was that? That was up here somewhere. Oh, it's back there by Roy's throne chair. Back down there. That's where our most recent nest yesterday, number 29, is. Those dolphins headed out to sea. Rats. We'll come up here a little ways and we'll go up a little further and turn around and head back. Maybe I'll go up here and take a look at Wiggins Pass. Hey, earlier this morning we did get an awesome look at a night heron. That was fun. I can't believe Roy didn't see those colors in the sky this morning. All up to the north. I mean, it wasn't very brilliant. It was kind of muted, the colors, but there were some pinks and yellows and oranges up in the sky. Oh, an osprey just landed. There's two ospreys. Just landed in this tree up here. Two ospreys. Oh, let's see here if we can see them. If I do a partial zoom here. One in the upper left there, one in the lower right. You see them? Two ospreys. So we went from a osprey last morning to 2 ospreys at once in the tree. That's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. Gotta love our ospreys. When I look at them, I know that means there's fish out there in the water, so that's a good sign. There's life out there. They just sit up there like a king on its throne. Beautiful. It was chirping a little bit. Yesterday we got a great look at an osprey. Not only a good look, but we really got a good listen to it as well. It sang a little chorus for us. That was pretty cool. As you can see, it's really calmed down here. It's always a little rougher right up here around these trees, up around Wiggins Pass at the north end, but nothing like it was earlier this week. Now let's take a little peek up at the north end of the park here. Hop up onto the trail. See if I can spot any of those great blue herons here around the trees, but not seeing anything. Sometimes we'll find those great blue herons over in these trees out by the water, these dead trees. They're kind of hard to spot sometimes. You gotta look really close. Not seeing any of them out here. Boy, it's wet back here. There's parts of this trail that go underwater in the summertime with our heavy rains. Now there goes our connection figures. See if it comes back. No blue herons. Great blue herons. Remember, you can always watch a copy of these live feeds on YouTube later. If the quality gets a little bad because of dropouts, connection dropouts. Well, here we are up at Wiggins Pass. Goodness. Quiet up here. Very quiet up here. Usually there's a few people sitting up here. Boy, those sea oats are getting big here, getting thick. Beautiful. This is the very north end of the park here. That is Wiggins Pass out there. That is the mouth of the Cocohatchee River. This is up in North Naples, Florida. Just beautiful. Just gorgeous. I don't see any fishermen up here this morning. It is very, very quiet in the park. Oh, the dolphins are coming in the pass. The dolphins are heading into the pass. They're moving really fast, though. I don't think I'm going to get up there in time to see them. I'm going to run up here. I just saw them coming in. I just saw them coming in up here. Believe me, I'm hauling butt. Oh, they're moving really, really fast. They're coming in with the current here. They were just right out here. Right out here, they're really moving fast. Darn it. This current is really carrying them. I don't know where they went. They're going so fast. Man. Darn it. They're way up there. Shoot. That would have been so neat. Catch them coming in. Rats. Oh. Well, I got my workout for the morning. Running across that beach. Where did they go? There might be more coming in. I don't know. I mean, they were flying because they were swimming with the current here. Darn it. So close. So darn close, and yet so far. They weren't too far offshore either. That was what was cool. They're going upstream here, upriver. Every once in a while they come into this little like lagoons area here and chase after some fish, but I don't see that happening. Darn it. Well, I tried. Definitely tried to get you a look at them. Just didn't happen this morning. Sorry. Beautiful though. One of my favorite spots up here. I just can't believe how fast they got away from me. This is the very north end of the park. Eleanor Wiggins Pass State Park up in North Naples, Florida. Beautiful. Oop, I see another dolphin coming in. See if we can find this one. Two of them over there. I just saw one do a tail thump. See if we can spot them out here. Again, they're moving fast. They're coming in with the tide here. Current. Darn it. Where are they? Oh man, he just came up right over here next to me. They're moving so fast. Darn it. He came up right over here next to me, but they're just going so darn fast with this current. We got no clue where they are. Darn it. Darn. They are being sneaky. There, he is way up the river already. Darn it. I mean, he came up right here. But he moved from all the way down from over there. There was two of them. I don't know where the second one went, but from there to right here, before I knew it, I would have expected him to pop up right over here somewhere. Darn it. Bummer, bummer, bummer. Huh. Well, they go upriver. I don't know what they do, spend their mornings up there, then they come back out later in the afternoon. They're just back and forth, those dolphins, throughout the day. Just never know where or when they're gonna pop up. But they're out here. Hallelujah. Just gonna go around this corner and give you a look back, and then I'm gonna end this live feed and start another one. Hopefully. I'll have a signal up here. Just got to get in the shade so I can see the screen. Pelican taking off there. Gorgeous here. Just beautiful. See him diving into the water. Wasn't that cool? Well, stay tuned for part 2. I'll be back in a little while. Thank you for watching. For Southwest Florida Television, I'm Robb Stan. God bless.